2010, I was working in the film industry for about 5 years, and I wanted to do something where I could express my passion a little bit more and explore aspects of the world that I thought were imbalance, that I could provide some kind of balance to and actually contribute to my community and to my society. So I decided I wanted to have a tea company. After a long process of exploration, I was self-funded, so I had 50,000 Rand in the bank. And not much I could do with that, so I decided I was going to buy a caravan and turn that into a mobile tea room. I wanted to take tea to the world and bring the world to tea. I started tweaking and seeing if I could actually start doing my own recipes. So I started playing with some blends and a little bit of alchemy, and started coming up with some of my own teas. Initially, I'd been looking for production space because I'd been working out of my spare room in my home, which of course was not conducive to scaling and potentially growing the business. And I came across the Woodstock Exchange, and when I first started this shop, the half of the back was my production space where I would sit and blend and pack and mix the teas, and then the front part was the tea room / retail space. We've just done 2 export missions, one to China last year, and I just got back from Japan. So we're looking at doing a lot of export. I've been rebranding in the last 6 months, so we've got a whole new look and a whole new package because we're launching with South Africa's largest organics distributor, Heroin Organics, next month to take 8 of our teas nationwide to various independent stores and larger retail outlets. I source my teas direct from farms wherever possible. 90% of the teas that I sell are through that process. So locally, my rooibos I source from a cooperative of 74 small-scale farms. They don't use any machinery in their harvesting process, and it's 100% biodynamic. And we also support the wild-grown rooibos, which is done sustainably. So they have regenerated a whole bunch of dying species in the area, which obviously not only allows for plant health, but it contributes to climate change and to the general health of the ecosystem in the area. The fact that they do biodynamic farming means that they don't stop the outside environment from growing inside, again meaning you get a much healthier plant, which is more nutrient dense for the human body, and then of course better for the environment. They're very much about developing the community in that area and job creation, so they have eliminated all need for machinery, and everything is done by hand, from collecting the seeds to actually harvesting to the processing of the rooibos. At the moment I have about 35 different blends, 10 of which are my sort of key products, and those would be some Japanese teas and the local teas. In terms of import, I source direct from Japan as my biggest import. We source a product called matcha, which is a very finely ground green tea. It's one of their most popular exports, and essentially it's the superfood of teas. So I source from a gentleman who has the very same philosophies that I have in terms of supporting small farms and actually providing a platform for small farmers to have access to markets. And I would really like to, through my brand, be able to actually provide an avenue for other small-scale farms beyond the cooperative that I'm working with once I scale, and potentially through all the export avenues that allow people to be able to actually get paid what they deserve. With regards to the various ranges that I have, I try blend teas for specific purposes. We've just started developing a pregnancy range of teas that uses various herbs and spices that are conducive to moms in various stages of pregnancy and then post-pregnancy. Rooibos in particular is one of those, as an amazing base because it's caffeine-free and it's full of so many antioxidants and amino acids. In terms of financial management, when I first started the business, it was sort of a self-taught thing. I did a very short business management part-time course, but I'm learning as I go along. My bookkeeper also acts as my accountant yearly, so she does my tax returns, she manages my UIF and the PAYE for the employees, and myself, of course. And like I say, we hand blend everything, so we don't at the moment have any machinery, so we don't use any flavorants or additives, because I believe that the flavor comes from the original. It's the best way to do the tea. It obviously enhances the tea, and it gives you the tasty medicine, essentially. You give the tea love and you taste the love back.